Today on the channel, it's me, it's DDP, back in the Mattel Elite line in Greatest Hits, Series 2.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel Elite unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got Greatest Hits Series 2, Diamond Dallas Page, DDP. But for all your DDP needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And DDP is back with a vengeance in the Elite line. And DDP, a character that's had a few figures over the years. Of course, some basics, some Elites, and unfortunately a canceled Ultimate, as he was going to be a part of the WCW stage. Didn't quite hit the mark, as we do know. Strangely enough, this version of DDP, which, let's be honest, probably his least remembered version, is getting its second spin around the sun here in Greatest Hits Series 2, as this was prior a Target Legends exclusive. Now, that was during a weird time. We were in the height of COVID, the beginning stages of COVID, and they announced Brutus the Barber Beefcake and that DDP figure as online exclusives to Target, not going to be sold in stores. So that was a little bit strange. So not everybody had access to this figure. Now, that's an interesting one because this line is full of former store exclusives. So you're already limiting who can get the figure when it's a Target exclusive. Not everybody has a Target, of course. Then you make it an online exclusive that was very hard to find. It limits it even that much more. So this was definitely hard to get. However, as time passed, he seemed to restock fairly regularly on Target. He was even there for days, weeks at a time for a little bit of time. And then as of recent, what is time, as we always do say, but let's call it 6 months ago, him and Brutus were starting to show up at a lot of Ollie's and a lot of other discount stores very, very cheaply. So a little bit strange, as not a ton of time has passed since this was originally out at Target. And in all honesty, I'm okay with re-releasing this, but put it in Greatest Hits Series 4, Series 5, something like that. Would have rather seen a rather older figure that, you know, wasn't so recent. That wasn't so recent memory for some recent collectors. But it is what it is. It's here now. We're going to break it down. We're going to see what all the fuss is about. And I'm not sure there's any fuss on this one, but we're going to find out here. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And of course, we'll compare him to the other DDP later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. But there's old Diamond Dallas Page doing the low diamond cutter. I don't know. He's framing out his crotch right there. I don't know what he's up to. Up to no good, apparently. But it is DDP all day long. Right there, you can see it. And then right down below, you can read it. So you know it's him all day long. WWE logo, Elite logo, Greatest Hits. Of course, Greatest Hits Series 2. True Effects, Certified Authentic, playing all the hits. Diamond Dallas Page, Mattel Elite as well. Elite Collection, Greatest Hits. There's old smiling DDP right there, looking nice. And on the back, it looks like he's going to motivate some people, is what it looks like. We got the WWE Elite logo, tail of the tape, the blurb, the big cross-sells. Make sure you do subscribe to this very YouTube channel. We're going to unbox all these, and then at the end of the week, we're going to rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite, so stay tuned for that. And then you got some jibber-jabber down at the bottom. Let's see what it says about our old friend, DDP. From the Jersey Shore, absolutely beautiful this time of year. Height 6'5", weight 248 pounds. Finisher, the Diamond Cutter, which he perfected on the old boardwalk of the Jersey Shore. I think in between playing for record albums, that's what he was doing. He was perfecting that Diamond Cutter, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody fact-check that. Career highlights: WCW World Heavyweight Champion, WCW United States Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Positively Page encouraged everyone to look on the positive side of every situation. And you'll see, just like me, DDP, I like me, you like me, and I'm going to help you like you. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And didn't he help Christian like get his smile back or something? As we said earlier, probably the least remembered part of DDP's career, in all honesty. I would have rather had the DDP driving the pink Cadillac with the honky-tonk man. I would have rather had that figure. Get me that figure. Hopefully one day that would be a cool deep cut. Maybe a San Diego Comic-Con, you get the Cadillac, you get Sherry as Peggy Sue, you get DDP driving, you get the honky-tonk man in all of his glory. We'll throw in Greg the Hammer as well. Oh, it just writes itself. Mattel, you're free to use that idea. Let's get old Diamond Dallas out of the old package. See you later, goodbye. Good old DDP's even got a little plastic piece covering his crotch there. He's up to no good, DDP right here. Who knows? But there he is, old Diamond Dallas. We get some extra hands here. And bam, he's out. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's check out. What a weird thing. He's got a little thing stuck on there. He's all locked in. Very strange, old Diamond Dallas. What are we up to here? What are we up to? We're up to no good, obviously. See you later. Goodbye. All right, DDP off to the side. We got extra hands with DDP. You know these are DDP hands. They're 2 gripping hands. They got the wrist tape going on, the finger tape. We're all taped up. DDP's ready to go, but 2 gripping hands here. Very paint-by-numbers hands. And then you get the diamond cutter hands for DDP. Of course, you got to have these with any DDP figure. Would have liked to seen at least 1 fist here. Wasn't in the cards, apparently, as we see. We do get the vest. Of course, the vest is going to be removable. And I'm trying to figure out how am I going to make points of difference between this DDP and the last one. Of course, I have that one right here ready to go. And I want to see what is different between these two. What is going on that's different? And boy, there is not a lot of difference between these two at all. Same hand use right here. Same elbow pads going on. Same tattoos. Same coloring of the tattoos. Maybe a hair more vibrant on this new one. We do get the vest, looks to be identical once again. Maybe a little bit more vibrant in the Bang Man, a little bit more vibrant in the hands and the lightning, maybe. You do get the microphone on both of these. That is another accessory that is removable if you need to take that out for whatever reason. Of course, you know, he's one of those speakers that wears one of those headsets, like a young Britney Spears, really, at the end of the day. We do get the same decor on the tights. Now, did he ever wear anything different in this gimmick? I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but man, if he would have had just different pants or something, we could have mixed it up just a little bit. But man, this is the same exact thing. The same exact thing. The only difference, I'm guessing, is pinless joints on this new one. And what do you know? Pinless joints, like I thought, but not a ton of difference. Maybe a little bit brighter in the face, maybe, but really no difference between these two. So out of all the greatest hits I've touched so far and unboxed on the channel so far, this is the one that truly, if you had the one before, you could probably pass on this new one. And if you like the aesthetics of looking at the double-jointed elbows on these, well, this one is covered by an elbow pad, so you can't even see it, so you wouldn't even know the difference unless you remove the elbow pads. And I guess that's one thing to look out for if you are dealing in these down the line. But not a ton of difference here. I don't think there's enough meat on the bone. Unless you're a hardcore collector that you're deep in the game, you could probably pass on this one, really, with all honesty here. Looking through the articulation, arm does go around, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, here for that. Hands removable, side to side, back forth. Got the black wrist tape going on into the black hand tape, of course, there as well. Head, back forth, side to side, up and down. You do get the microphone into the side of the head. You know, you could really make the point of difference. Remove the microphone, remove the vest. Try to make them feel as different as possible. Of course, different hands going on. That's probably what I'm going to do. Try to make them as different as I possibly can at the end of the day. I do love the vest, though. You got the old Bang Man on the back. You got the high five, or the high five, self-high five, maybe, but you got the old diamond cutter logo going on back there. I always love the blue lightning bolt. Reminds me of Hollywood Hulk Hogan, of course. You do get the waist articulation. You do get the ab crunch, as you would know and assume. You do get the big old splits there for DDP. Thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then you get the boots back forth, side to side. Those big bell-bottom pants there on old DDP. But not a ton of meat on the bone for this one. Does he fit, though, on a ringside collectible stand? That's always a good check to do. And what do you know? Just like his brother in arms, the Target exclusive, he fits on the stand. He's ready to go. Should be able to have a better diamond cutter sign on this one, though, with the extra articulation. Yep, as you can see, you can get a little bit better of a diamond cutter in the air than you can on this one. That's the beauty of those pinless joints, those double-jointed pinless joints I love so much. Definitely a good figure. By no means a great figure. By no means the most iconic interpretation of DDP in his career. But very cool if for whatever reason you missed out on the Target exclusive. You weren't from a Target area. You were somewhere like Canada that doesn't have a Target, for example. It's probably good for you to get this one. But I guess you could have got it at Toys R Us up in Canada. So I don't know. But DDP back with a vengeance. Probably just not the DDP a lot of us wanted in the greatest hits. I think a lot of them would have liked the old school Legend one or the Matty Collector one re-released, myself probably included. but I'm sure they'll get to it eventually. Probably going to get it as an Ultimate figure would be my guess if I was a guessing man, as part of that Walmart exclusive Ultimate wave of Ultimates from the WCW Monday Night Wars time frame. I could see that DDP with the wrist tape, or the waist tape, I guess I should say, there. I could see that coming in the future. So I would bet that'll probably be the next DDP for us. We'll see what happens. But definitely a good one. Would by no means say great. And the final verdict, if you have the old one, you can probably skip this, depending how you collect your figures, I guess we'll call it there. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? You picking up old Diamond Dallas Page? You playing the long game? You passing? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got videos every single day and then some. We've got more content for you on the Patreon channel. Your best way to support the channel, of course, as you guys know. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Diamond Dallas Page, I'm Kyle. And I'll see you guys all real soon.